So we're talking about derivative at a point. It's really easy because we're just going to be using the derivative rules that we've learned. So let's review those. Power rule, constant multiple rule, first couple rules that we learned. Then we use learn trig derivatives, logs, exponents. We learned the product rule, quotient rule, and the chain rule. When you find the derivative point, you take the derivative like you normally do, and then you just plug in an x value, and you get a number back. And what does that number mean? We'll talk about that. It means the slope of the tangent line on that graph. I'm going to pull up some graphs and show you that. So the derivative point gives you the slope of the tangent line. Always keep that in the back of your mind. So there you go. If we were to write that out into a sentence, when you plug in the x value into the derivative, remember the derivative is f prime of x. So if you plug in x value in, let's say you plug in 3 for there, you get the slope of the tangent line at that x value. You don't get the actual y value back. If you plug into the original function, you get the y value back. If you plug into the derivative function, you get the slope of the tangent line back. Now let's talk a little bit about that. What can be the range for the slope of a tangent line? It can go from what to what? Yeah, it can go basically negative 1,000, negative 1 million, negative infinity. 0 would be horizontal, and then vertical back the other way would be infinity. All right. Not sure why that moved. There's lots of different ways to talk about the slope of the tangent line. The first words we used were instantaneous rate of change. Then we learned that that means the same thing as the slope of the tangent line, which we learned this little thing called the difference quotient, the definition of the derivative. We looked at this notation. D dx means the derivative, means the change in x with change with respect to x. And then also dy dx means the change in y with respect to x. All of this stuff on this page means the same thing, so we keep bringing that up just because, especially for this lesson, we're really finding the slope of the tangent line when we find the derivative at a given point. Now for a particular x value, okay, let's say a particular c value, say c is 3, then you get a number back, okay? And you get a number back because it gives you the slope of that line. So let's say you plug in an x value into the derivative and you get 6 back. The slope of that line would be 6. It'd be kind of steep, right? If you got 0 back, that means this tangent line is 0. Like I said, we will look at the graphs to make that more concrete. Okay, I don't know what happened here. Okay, anyway, I guess I'll have to make it smaller so we can see it. Okay, first example, we have f of x equals 4x squared. We want to find the derivative, or the slope of the tangent line, at x equals 3. So that's what the next page says. Let's just guess. So first, 24? Good guess. 4x squared is a parabola. It's going to be kind of steep because of that 4. And so if we're talking about at x equals 3, what do we think the slope of that tangent line would be? Well, anyway, it's probably going to be steep, right? 24 seems like a pretty steep line. We'll see if she's right. Okay. Before we needed the graph, now we don't. So remember, we were talking about this the other day when we took the rulers and we laid it on the graph and we had to tilt it just right. Remember back then I was like, well, I know the shortcut. This is the shortcut. You'll now know how to do the shortcut. Without having to graph it, you can find the derivative and plug in the x value. You don't need a ruler. But it's important to do that because I think it really helps the concept stick. That's what we're finding. We're finding the exact slope of that line if we put the exact tangent line on there like we should. We will, however, look at the graph to confirm our results. So guess what? The first step is to take the derivative. We know the derivative of this using the power rule. Take the 2, move it out front. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract 1 from the 2, it's 1. F prime of x equals 8x. Okay. Then guess what you're going to do after that? You're going to plug in the x value where you're trying to find the slope of the tangent line. So we're going to plug in 3 into that formula. So step 2 is to plug in the x value. Plug in 3 for x. 8 times 3 is 24. Therefore, the slope of the tangent line of 4x squared at 3 is 24. Another way to write that is change in y over change in x. Now let's take a look at this graph and see what it would look like. So here's our graph of, here's our parabola really zoomed in, right? And here's the slope of our tangent line. That has a slope of 24. So 24 over 1. So basically every unit 1x, you have a rise of 24. You can see why it's so steep. And again, that's on top of the original parabola. So if we zoom out, you can see the parabola gets really steep, and therefore the tangent line gets steep. So if you find the derivative and then you plug in the x value, it gives you the slope of that line. Okay? Obviously the y value is 36. You plug in 3. 4 times 9 is 36. But the derivative gives you the slope of this orange line right here. Okay? So there's our first example.